Most people think scaling to $1 million a month requires tracking 50 different metrics, like click-through rates, CTRs, engagement, percentages, cost for this, cost for that. It doesn't, right? In reality, there are only 5 KPIs that actually matter if you want to build a 7 or 8-figure business. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what those 5 numbers are so you can stop drowning in complexity and focus on what moves the needle. Welcome to the channel. I'm Fadi. I train and manage 7 8-figure sales teams. I help companies scale past $1 million a month and break down the strategies that actually work in the real world. So if you want proven tactics without the fluff, subscribe and let's get into it. I'm sure I will come across a lot of you guys that are actually blowing $1 million a month off the water or not. Maybe you're just so knowledgeable in the space itself. I'm just here to document what's working for us and what's not. Over the past 6 months, we've done $1 million a month consistently. We're at almost $7 million cash collected, not revenue, over the past 6 months. You can check my Twitter, to see a little bit more of the results. Just creating this channel to be able to document everything and perhaps meet some cool people and network and grow and brainstorm some more. Maybe I can learn as well, and I'm eager to learn as much as I am documenting and proving and showing what we're actually doing right now. Why most businesses info product get lost in the noise? Let's be honest, when you're scaling, it's easy to get distracted by vanity metrics. And it happens all the time, right? Likes on social media, webinar attendance rates, open rates on your emails. None of those matter if you can't answer this question. Is the business making more money than it's spending, and can it deliver consistently? Okay, these 5 KPIs give you that answer every single time. So the only 5 KPIs that actually matter. KPI number 1, qualified leads generated. Okay, you need a daily and weekly pulse on how many qualified leads are entering your pipeline. Notice I didn't say leads, I said qualified, because it's completely different. Correct. Unqualified leads waste time, kill morale, and clog your calendar. So track those separately and actually have a different pipeline for those for several reasons. You can downsell them, et cetera, et cetera. So KPI 2 will be show rate. If you're booking calls or appointments, this is everything, right? We obsess. When I say we, I'm saying we obsess over this number because if prospects don't show, nothing else happens. And the way how I like to position this is like, oh, well, my setter could probably take on 10, 15, 20 minutes setting call, and it's like nobody shows up. It's like you just wasted that time for nothing. What made that person not show up? Was he unqualified? Well, no. If you booked him, that means he was qualified. In our current offer right now in our company, our qualifying metrics will be the capital that we're aiming for and a decision maker. And not even then. The decision maker is something that we can always move around. I'll drop a video on that, especially on these 2 qualifying questions on how we approach it and how our show up rate is at 74% and our booking rate is upwards about 25% on cold paid inbound leads. But industry standard, good teams are about 50 to 60% show up rate. Great teams are about 70 to 80 to even 90% show up rate. And then this goes on the organic side. On the paid side, I mean, you're looking at 50 to 60%. We managed to hit 74% in 3 weeks with a super lean team and a colder audience because we do have a lot of things in place that we have to make sure it's actually working, which is speed to lead is very efficient. Literally, our pickup rate is at 60 to 75%. Just from speed to lead, okay? Second thing will be our qualifying questions to our setting side with the right tonality, the right frame, and then of course, cannot neglect the marketing side. The marketing side has been huge. We've been split testing different campaigns and we're spending a lot of money on ads to get the right people, B2B, because we are selling a higher ticket. And then that helps tremendously. So when somebody comes in, we understand we spend so much money on this, our setter is calling them immediately with under 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, under 5 minutes. Our pickup rate is 60 to 75%. Our setting framework is extremely dialed in where we are qualifying the right people. But when it comes down to show up rate, we don't just allow or just kind of rely on text and automations. That is a big disrespect to your customer, huge disrespect. You're telling me you are not putting in the effort to contact me on a regular to confirm my call as your customer and just sending me texts and emails. Everybody knows it's automated. Is that what you're gonna do for your mentorship? You're gonna automate things for them? Right, I understand where we're coming from. On the sales side, we wanna make sure those are scalable actions where we can actually maximize on the time where the setter can spend more time calling, dialing, qualifying, than just confirming. Listen, if you're not babying people around until they get to that call with the closer, trust me, you might have some success with your show up rate, but it could be a lot better. And that's what we did. We set up a confirmation call during the setting call the next day. Listen, man, hey, by the way, I'm just kind of curious. What time do you usually wake up tomorrow? Oh, I'll wake up at 9. Okay, awesome. Think about it, right? The meeting is at 12. So, we wake up at 9. All right, cool. What are you doing around like 10 o'clock tomorrow? Oh, I'm probably just going to get ready for my day. Awesome, man. Look, I want to give you a call tomorrow at 10. I will have updates from the coach based on our conversation. Meanwhile, our account executive is already working on our roadmap, prepping for that 12 p.m. meeting. I want to give you a call at 10 just to kind of give you that update and confirm the meeting for 12. If I don't hear back from you, I might just go ahead and cancel that 12 o'clock meeting. If I'm going to do that anyways, I might as well just do it now. So I just want to know if that 10 o'clock is good for you. Yeah, man, it's good. Awesome. Perfect. So just to clarify, if I give you a call at 10, you'll be good by then. Just want to go ahead and I don't want to cancel the meeting for you, none of that. Yeah, man, awesome. We call them tomorrow at 10. We confirm them because they know the severeness of the consequence that might come with them being canceled. It's something they're really serious about. It's a huge temperature check. We call them at 10. They confirm the meeting at 10. They show up at 12. We've done that for 3 weeks. Our show up rate went from 22% to 74%. Our close rate increased too with the cold leads. And with full transparency, we are doing 2 call closes. We are doing 2 call closes, and the vast majority for the paid inbounds. And here's the thing, I'm not talking about our organic team. Our organic side is actually crushing it. That's what actually got us to $1 million a month. Our paid team is something we just started about a month ago, and we're slowly growing on there. We're testing ads and we're growing, but the wholesale side of things is actually perfected. It's just getting the right people in. It's a numbers game, and we understand that. And the whole point of the paid team is to scale to 7 figures. We're just a paid team alone and doubling down on organic as well. So that was our strategy with that. Not only just that, we also have an automated group chat, and I will explain how is this automated group chat with no real salespeople, just an automated group chat, increase our show up rate too, and I'll drop that on the next video. Out of the people who actually show how many buy, right? This number tells you whether your sales process is working or not, right? We track it literally daily, weekly, by rep, by source, organic versus paid, and by offer. That way you can pinpoint exactly where you're strong or weak. Is the setting side not good where people are not closing? Is the closer not digging enough to the pain where the person's not closing? Is the lead quality terrible from the marketing side? Is it the landing page? What is it exactly that the close rate is not higher? And that could be a good key performance indicator to track, where a lot of people can just blame others instead of actually getting back, tracking the numbers, understanding what went right, what happened on Monday where our close rate was higher, what happened on Tuesday where it was lower, what happened between that 24 hours, what type of leads came in, what type of approach was it, did the setter call early, did the setter call later, did he follow the same framework, call review the setter side, boom, okay, cool. When he got on that call on Monday, those leads, how were they approached by the closers? Did he follow the framework on Monday better than Tuesday? Okay, cool. How was the marketing campaign running on Monday compared to Tuesday? How did that change within those 2 days? Now, you're probably not thinking that far ahead, but it's true. If Monday was a great day, why was Tuesday not a good day? Why is Wednesday different? Why is there this lack of this and that? And it happens and it's fine, but if you can perfect that, like that's money on the table. That's people you can change lives with. Now, 4th KPI, average order value, AOV, right? We're sitting at 23K right now, but how much revenue does each customer bring in, right? The reason why it's so important is because if you want to scale faster, you either need to close more people or raise your AOV. That's just the truth. Close more people or raise your AOV. Obviously, you wouldn't want your AOV to be higher. Bundling, upsells, premium pricing, strategies, make this number climb ASAP. Right, the 5th KPI will be net cash collected. Here's where most businesses fool themselves, right? They focus on sales booked, but ignore cash actually come in the bank. Like that's just actually in the bank. Like that's the truth. Revenue on paper doesn't pay payroll. Net cash does. Revenue doesn't matter as much. Cash collected is where we at today. So track this weekly. Nothing will keep you more honest about the health of your business. Just tracking this with full transparency and accountability, right? If you only track these 5 numbers, qualified leads, show rate, close rate, AOV, and your net cash collected, you'd know how many leads you need to hit your goals, where your pipeline is leaking, and if you're profitable and sustainable. Straightforward. That's it. So everything else is noise until these are dialed in. You can think you got it, but you really don't, and that's just the truth. So why this positions you as the guide. Most business owners get lost in complexity. That's just the truth of it. Face it, okay? So when you come in and say, well, forget the noise, here are the 5 numbers that matter, you instantly just position yourself as a leader. And then leadership is leading by example. So someone who simplifies, clarifies, and makes scaling feel possible. Because it is. It's very possible and very doable because numbers don't lie. And you know this. So if you want help building dashboards to track these KPIs, you already know how to fix them. I would say just comment down what's the number one thing you're not clear on right now, because I genuinely want to understand where everybody's at with everything. Perhaps I can learn so much stuff from you guys as well. If you haven't already, just go ahead and subscribe with the goal to connect with more people and just document what we're working on. And if you haven't followed me on X, I'm very heavy on X. I drop insights, results, and daily stuff on there. So I'll keep the X on the description, and I'll see you on the next video.